Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. This is How to Fix Your Tech. Now today I thought I'd do a video on how to kind of get surround sound in your computer with a couple of speakers laying around you might have. Now all you need for this is some speaker wire, two speakers. Two speakers are ideal. Any more than that's awesome. Any less, maybe one speaker, still does the job alright. And a subwoofer or something to plug them into. You probably don't want to be doing it to speakers that plug directly into the computer. You probably want a subwoofer. Now, I say it'll be kind of stereo or surround sound, as there will be speakers behind you, but they will be playing the exact same things as these two speakers. And if they're not as good, which I probably assume they are if they are laying around, if they're not as good, they may not be as loud. And unfortunately, the only way to adjust the loudness of these speakers is to adjust the loudness of these ones. But it still kind of gives you that feeling walking around the room. And this is all without Bluetooth. So I'm going to show you how to route your speaker wire, if applicable. You might want carpet for this, but I'm not going to say change your house for some stereo or surround sound speakers. But anyway, I thought I'd make a video. I did it myself. Sounds alright. Well, time for the intro. No, I'm just kidding. Time for the intro. Alright everyone, so what you're going to need is two speaker wires cut to the desired amount, a wire stripper, and this one's also a crimper. You can get specific wire strippers that are probably a bit better than this, but this will do the job just fine. And some speakers laying around. I've got these. In this case they actually turn, so I guess that can give you the effect a bit more of surround sound if you want something facing maybe your bed or something like that. But anyway, once you've confirmed you got these, now what you have to do is figure out how you're going to route them. Alrighty everyone, so my plan of routing is basically behind the subwoofer, behind the desk, through here, and where it becomes visible I'm going to pull up the carpet a bit, and then luckily for me is, if you could probably see in the end, which you probably won't be able to, I'll get a drum, no, I'm just kidding. Under there you got your spiky piece of wood that's holding the carpet in, and in between there is a tiny gap. I'm going to route it all the way past my drum set, and I'm going to put it on the toy box because I have got no other space and whatever. And then basically with these speakers, luckily they are removable here too, so you've got whatever speaker wire length you want without having to use electrical tape and it looking a little dodgy and being able to not fit it under the carpet or something like that. But anyway, I will now show you an example, basically a bit more in depth about what I'm going to do. And yeah, we should be good. Alright, so let's give that a shot. Alright, so before we even do anything to the wire, the first thing we need to do is figure out what we want, what color we want as positive and negative. Now I think, considering that negative is normally black, I should probably go with black and white, and for positive, white and black. More white for positive makes more sense, as you've got more black for negative. So, you know, just an easy thing to go off. Now the next step is you need to get your wire stripper slash crimper slash whatever, and if your ends are looking a little bit dodge, you can cut them off. This comes with a wire cutter as well, so it's pretty much got everything. Now you can figure out what measurement you want. I'm just gonna go with the smallest one because this is more automotive focused and speaker wires are not very big. So there we go. The 0.75 should do you just fine. Alright, Now do that for all ends on all speakers, and I'll show you what to do next. Alrighty everyone, now that I've done my secondary speaker wire, now it's time to do my main speaker wire. Now these are easily the worst in my case, probably just because I've never done this before. I've never stripped them, never really played with them since I got them secondhand from the Salvo store. So I think it's worth doing for sure. I might time lapse that. I may have just checked the other time lapse and figured out it's probably pointless. It's about 3 seconds long at most. But yeah, all you have to do is crimp them. Now I'll show you how long I put them on. It's probably a bit harder to see through the camera, but I think that's definitely adequate for what we are doing here. And they will be twisted around each other too, so that'll be fine. Alright, next stage then, I guess. Alrighty, so once you've identified which one's your positive wire and which one's your negative wire, which I will put in the video before we pull them out in the text in the video. So you need to make sure to identify on your subwoofer. You should have red and black, and if they're working, they just pull one out, and one should be a different color than the other. In this case, black and grey is my positive, and the smallest white stripe in the world, and grey is my negative, I believe. So you can do a quick test. We can do that for you, why not? Now we haven't twisted these, so it will be a bit harder, but I'm sure we'll manage. Got one there, got two there, and these will not work if they are wrong, so you can give it a bit of a twist. I think that's fair enough. And yep, alright, now I'll just play anything with audio, and that's working. So now that you've identified your colours, this is when we need to actually wire them up. So remember what you want to identify your positive and your negative with. Remember, this is my negative, this is my positive, and we have the mainly black and the mainly white wire. So we need to wire up the mainly black wire with my main negative. So basically all we have to do is put them next to each other like this and twist them together. Now you can use pliers, but speaker wire is not all that hard to twist and get looking good. And to make it neater, just make it so it's twisted nicer. Now this will never look awesome, but it is at the back of your subwoofer, so you shouldn't really see it. And basically all you have to do is do the same for the other one. Alrighty, so now that you've got your wires connected, basically all you need to do is plug this in like it's one wire. It's just got two coming off it. It's probably the same thickness as one wire anyway. So remember which wire is which is left and which is right. You can easily do this by plugging in your negative and your positive and hearing which one it comes out of. It won't matter which one you put it in here, it'll always come out of what speaker, and you just change it. So again, just play a sound. And this is coming out of my left speaker. So that means that we have to swap these around. Negative goes into negative and positive goes into positive, obviously. And then we have to do the same with the other one. So, yep, I'm not going to repeat myself. I don't like it when people do it myself. We're not 3 years old last time I checked. And if you are, good on ya. Alright, now what we have to do is we have to route it to our speaker. Alrighty, so as I said, just get all your speaker wire and route it to where you want. So, I'm going to route it behind here. We'll take you around here. We've got a bit of a mess here because there's no really good way to hide it. and you can pull up all your cables and hopefully not grab the same one twice because it's a pain. And you can pull them all the way towards where you need your speakers first. So we're going to put my speakers up here next to my CD player. So I am going to route it all the way behind, and we should just reach. Now it just has to be rough for now. Would rather that not be there, but it just has to be rough for now. And this is where we want to be a bit specific on how we route it, a little bit. Now we just have to make sure we haven't tangled it up with the power board or anything in case we need to remove it one day. We'll just pull this through again. Would rather not turn something possibly quite important off. It's not the PC, but it could be something else. We'll reroute it. And I'm trying to show you most things so you're right with me. Because a lot of people, including me, struggle when they skip past things that they don't really realise people might need help with. So basically, what we need to do now is your own house. It's kind of different for everyone. Now, I'll pull these drums out a bit, you know, get the bass drum out of the way, the fake one. Or the more like electronic one, it's not exactly fake. And if you want to go all the way down here, you can. And I probably should. I didn't do it originally, but this is a good time to do it. So all you need to do is find something. I don't know what. I got me crimping tool here. I don't know how effective that's going to be. Apparently alright. And that should get it enough to where you can hopefully get it. It's a bit of a pain. But here we go. And this is where you just want to pull it up. Now, it's important that you don't put your carpet on. It's important you don't like squish the carpet and your speaker wire against the nails and stuff that are holding the carpet down, because that would not be very good for your wire. But I'm just going to set you down and I'm going to time lapse, or yeah, I time lapse a bit slower on me putting it in, because as I said, this is very different for everyone. Just cable management, I always like to do it, makes it look a lot better. Now, I've made sure to let the wire out just a bit before the toy box or whatever you want, like the desk or something, just to give you a bit of room to, you know, move around your speakers and stuff like that. And also so you don't have to go pulling up your carpet again just for moving your speakers a centimetre. You know, it just gives you a little bit of playroom to work with. But anyway, now we're going to be wiring up the speakers. Now, wiring up speakers is extremely easy, and I hope you can see the two colours are pretty good. But all you need to do is remember which one's which. And to be honest, when you've got your speakers right next to each other, it doesn't exactly matter which one's left or right. It probably matters a little bit more if you've got it separate, and unfortunately in this case I can't really do that, I don't have enough wire. But if you do have enough wire and you want to put them separately, I'd recommend you put paint or something, spray paint, over one of the wires so you can identify both of them, and you need a bit of time to dry, but you know. Well, so now what you need to do is basically twist your wires like you did before. It's a bit easier than last time as we're not twisting two together. It's still, twisting two wires together is extremely easy anyway, but you know, this is simple. Anyway, and then you need to just remember which one's which, so white is positive and black is negative. So we have to maybe twist this a bit more. And we put our negative, sorry, in there, and our positive in there. Same goes with that. Fortunately, it's getting a bit later at night, Can't see crap. Alright, and there we go. And it's the same deal for the other ones, really. Just have to wire them up as well. Alright, so once you've adjusted them to how you want, I think I've got them good. Now, mine do move, and obviously you can just turn yours, but if you want one speaker facing that way, in my case, and one that way, you can do that. So I've adjusted them to how you want. I've got them routed, pretty good, not bad. Much better than what it was before. I just hit it there before. Anyway, now it's time to give it a shot. Now I've got some no copyright music Ross and I made. So the first good sign is when these two speakers work, and then the second best sign, what we're going for, the best sign is when these two work. Alright, let's give it a shot. So we got our main speakers. And while it's really hard to hear, we got these ones working too. Alright, so there we go. All good. Alright everyone, thanks for watching. Hope I'd help you out. I just decided to make this video because I thought it would be pretty interesting. But anyway, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. And this is how to fix your tech. And I'll see you in another video.